I'm here on the PureLab stand at WHX Labs in Dubai 2026 here with CEO Arindam Haldar. Good to see you again. When we spoke last couple of years ago, it was about a rebrand for PureLab. Last year, we spoke with Farouk Ghani about the new reference lab opening in Abu Dhabi. Lots of change, lots of creating a new platform for PureLab. Tell me what that's now enabling for you and for your partners, for its partners.
Hi David, good morning, and it's a pleasure meeting once more. And salam alaikum to everyone. It's again an honor and absolute pleasure to be at WHX Lab, the rebranded MedLab 2026. A lot has changed, and a lot has changed in the field of healthcare in UAE and across the globe, and so has in PureLab and PureHealth. We spoke about the reference lab last time, and let me bring that up from two stages. Let's first look outside in, some of the trends that is happening, some of the challenges that the industry is facing, and then we'll talk about what PureLab is doing at its AI-powered reference lab, as well as how to address some of the challenges, and more so, how to sort of realize some of the opportunities that exist. Looking at the broader trend, the healthcare trend, what we are seeing is a shift towards from preventive, from our sick care, which is more about reactive, to more preventive. So what is happening is the lab, which was always at the back end, is actually coming to the front end. With more preventive care, we are not just talking to patients, we are actually talking to customers, people who are not yet patients. And we hope they don't become either, provided they can take care of the health before they fall sick. And our lab is doing a lot of work in that area, whether in preventive packages, whether through our AI-powered smart report, whether through expanding our genomics into personalized medicine, pharmacogenomics. So a lot of work that is happening on that area. The second trend or the challenges that the healthcare is facing is around some accessibility, right? So overall, healthcare is becoming acute, the needs are increasing, healthcare professionals are limited. How to make healthcare accessible to all? Our group CEO talks about democratizing longevity. How do we really democratize healthcare? How do we democratize longevity? There are two parts. One is focusing on the wellness, which I spoke about, talking to customers and not just patients. And secondly, enabling through technology. That's the way you will democratize. That's the way you will make healthcare accessible to all. In our AI-powered reference lab, let me give some examples what we are doing. We have the longest GLP track doing all our chemistry tests, which runs on AI algorithm. In our hematology, we have AI algorithm which tracks the cellular morphology, which traditionally pathologists used to use microscope to look at it. Today, AI does the basic screening job for them, and the doctors can still do the confirmatory checks. Then there's another area of focus, which is pre-analytical. Most of the labs put a lot of investment, a lot of technology inside the lab, which we call analytical. In layman's term, that's the period when the sample has entered the lab floor and into the analyzer. The experts will tell you about 2/3 of the errors can actually happen based on what happens to the sample from the time it is drawn, say from your body, till the time the sample comes to the lab. And we are doing a lot of automation in that area. Using our partner Abbott, we have Indexer system, which has RFID trace. So we are doing end-to-end traceability of samples right from the time the samples are picked up from the sample. Our entire fleet, we have more than 100 cars running around 7 Emirates. Every day, more than 1,000 trips happen. So all of that is happening on AI algorithm. So there are GPS tracking of all our vehicles. We are software enabled. We are running it far more efficiently today. These are just some of the examples. We are looking at the entire pre-analytical area and see how we can fully automate that. And with the advent of AI, and I know AI remains a buzzword, but for PureLab, it doesn't start with AI. We are lab people. So we are looking at what is the real patient need, what is the challenges that we currently have, and then we are trying to address it through the processes, through the tools, and obviously include AI. So for us, when we say AI, it doesn't start with AI, it starts with patient, then it goes to the challenges we are currently facing, and then we are using AI to solve those challenges.
It's not technology for technology's sake, it's not AI for AI's sake, it's using technology and automation, artificial intelligence, specifically to improve patient outcomes. That's what you're saying, isn't it? And that's absolutely the right way of approaching embracing technology, because you're right, there's a lot of buzzwords out there.
Absolutely, absolutely, David, because at the end of the day, we still remain in healthcare, in patient care. Technology will always be an enablement. And to be honest, lab deals with technology. It has been dealing with it for the last 50 years. The pace of change in the recent years have been immense. And if the pace of change probably is quadrupling today, and we are embracing it with full faith, keeping in mind the guardrails of patient safety, quality, which are never to be compromised.
Arindam, it's great to hear about your move from patients to customers and about your very pragmatic and sensible approach to embracing technology to improve your customer and patient outcomes. Thanks for joining us here at WHX Labs in Dubai 2026. Look forward to speaking again next time.
Thank you. It was a pleasure, indeed. Thank you.